Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of Acting Up with JB. I'm your host, JB. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for listening, watching, both. It means the world. As you guys can see, my setup is a little different for the ones watching. I got this green chair, huh? This is fun. Yes, today is going to be a fun episode because I have my siblings on. Me and my sister will talk about the Grammys a little bit, touch on that, what we liked, what we didn't like. I'm going to talk to my brother, the iconic Zuni, for a lot of people that know him on TikTok and stuff like that. So it's going to be a very fun, jam-packed episode. Of course, again, thank you guys for watching. You already know how I start this. I start with the inspirational quote. And this one is from Finding Nemo. All right? It's simple. Just keep swimming. And I think that that's it shows the testament of the Grammys. And of course, I'm going to touch on that in a little bit. Just keep swimming means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But for me, just keep swimming is very straightforward, straight to the point. It don't matter how the current is, doesn't matter how aggressive the tide is. Just keep swimming, you'll get to your destination, you'll get to where you're trying to go. And that's what I learned from the Grammys this past weekend. So without further ado, let's get into the Grammys recap. I'm gonna get my sister in here. Clap it up for my sister. Yeah. We have a live studio audience of one. Please, my sister's on. Say something, Joyce. Hi.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Joyce A.
Yes, this is my sister who was born right after me. Me and her and our mutual friend Bree, we watched the Grammys. Shout out to your friend.
Oh, so I sure got the list.
Yeah, go get it real quick.
Okay, hold on.
So while she goes and gets the list, our friend Bree printed out the 2025 Grammys ballot for us to vote and see who we thought would win the Grammys for each Grammy award of the night. Now, as she's getting the paper, I was extremely excited with how the Grammys went. I usually, growing up, me and my sister, my brother didn't do it as often as we did, but me, my sister, who's on today, Joyce, and our other sister, and sometimes our mama, we would watch different award shows, VMAs, BET Awards, Grammys, American Music Awards, Billboard, all of those. People's Choice, Teen Choice, Kids Choice. We watched a lot of those award shows. And for me, as an actor, I loved watching the Oscars. I love watching, what's the other one? Golden Globes. Those are cool to see because it sees where I can see where I will eventually be in the future because I do believe in myself that much. Now, our friend printed out these ballots 2025 Grammy ballot. Before we get into it, what do you rate the Grammys this year? Scale of 1 to 10.
Um, Obviously, I rate the Grammys a 10 out of 10. They finally listened to the people. Like, I don't know what y'all was doing for the past 10, 15 years, no shade, but I'm just so happy that those 13,000 people performed.
Yeah, they said the 13,000 people every time.
13,000. 13,000, okay?
Yeah, and so I appreciate that it was a different Grammys this year in the best way. I really, really enjoyed this year's Grammys. The winners, they definitely deserved their wins.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated who won in the different categories. Don't want to touch on everything, but shout out to, I didn't want to get to that yet. I'm gonna wait for Album of the Year. I want to wait because we have a lot to dissect with that. But who was your favorite winner of the Grammys? I feel like I know the answer. You guys don't know, of course, but I know.
It will be controversial, but I definitely do believe Chris Brown deserved his flowers. I have to say that because honestly, if you listen to that 11:11 album, went to the concert, I did, and it was everything and then some. He literally put his heart and soul in that album, and the fact that he finally got his flowers, because y'all, he only had one Grammy. Now he has two R&B album of the year, and people doubted him. But I know that 13,000 knew what was going like.
Yeah, no, shout out to the new board of people that are voting for the winners of the Grammys because it really goes to show how much they've evolved from the past previous Grammys. Yeah, go ahead.
I also have another thing too. Congratulations to Thames. She won a
Yes.
Grammy as well.
Shout out to Thames.
Well deserved.
Shout out to Thames.
Ben had a Grammy, but you guys are putting on for Africa. Thames, IR Star, Tyler, my girl. Like seriously.
Love me, JJ.
I love that African woman is winning and y'all are putting on for the mother Africa.
Y'all putting on for Africa. You can't help but to respect it. And 11:11, Chris Brown's 11:11 album won. Like, it was the album, not a song, right?
No, it's the album.
Right. So that means DeVito won too then, because he's on the album. Yeah, DeVito's on the album. So shout out to DeVito.
And many more
many
other
more
artists that are on that album that are featured.
Shout out to
There's
them.
another African guy, I don't know how to say the name, but I'm not butchering it either. But congratulations to you too, because you slid on Sensational.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go through a couple of the winners, and we're gonna go into it. So best pop duo performance went to Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. 1,000,000% agree with that. I feel like that was such a iconic song in 2024. Even now, like, it's gonna play at everybody's weddings, everybody, like, all kinds of stuff. I love the song. I listen to it a lot. And Bruno Mars is one of my favorite artists ever. So shout out to, and Lady Gaga. Are you kidding? Lady Gaga. That's my girl too, and she had a song.
Yeah, for
Play. She had a song play.
MasterCard, and it's
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra already downloaded on my Apple.
That's already downloaded. Yeah, no, that's it. That was fire. Best Latin pop went to Shakira, Shakira.
Oh, baby,
Don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. It was a great. Well, I actually don't know. I actually don't know the album, but I know Shakira. I love Shakira. La Mieres Ya No.
La miércoles, period.
Not miércoles. I actually don't know how to pronounce that. I'm very sorry, but yes. Shout out to Shakira. Best country album went to my girl,
The Queen.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh, Beyonce, my girl. Congratulations to best country album. As you saw, she was very shook. She ain't know what to expect. She didn't think she was gonna win, and also she just pulled up. Like, she had just walked in. She just got settled. She didn't get a glass of water before they said she won.
Say thank you too for Mother winning.
So,
Boy Carter, who we have to thank? The 13,000.
I was like, "Who, Jesus?" Not the 13,000. Yeah, I mean, shout out to them, and shout out to also, I don't know, Cowboy Carter was such a really insanely good album. Like, every time she drops a new album, I hear her growth, and I hear how what she's learned from the previous project she's done, how she incorporates it into a new project. So it was really cool to hear that. I was listening to Cowboy Carter yesterday on the way home from work, just because it's a album of the year awarded album. So, like, why not listen to it again? Especially because she's going on tour that we'll talk about a little bit later. All right, shout out to Beyonce, best country album. Best pop vocal album went
goes to my girl Sabrina Carpenter.
Please,
Period.
please.
Don't prove
I'm right. I like that song. I like Espresso. I like there's another one. No,
I'm waiting for you to
no, wait, there's another one. There's another one. Hold on, where's my phone? There's another one, I promise. I listened to Short and Sweet. Was it Taste? Or was it Bad Chem?
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all mine.
I think it was
Taste, Sharp Tool, Bedcam, Espresso,
I think Bad Chem was
Dumb Poetic, Slim Pick.
So the whole album. The whole album. The whole album won Best Pop Vocal for a reason. So there's that. Shout out to Best Pop. Best Rap album went to Doechii. Oh my God. I teared up when Doechii won that award, because it really goes to show, like I said, just keep swimming. Like that. She's been working so hard to get to where she's at.
And I also like how she recorded her full process and posted on her social media platform. As a dark skinned queen myself, Doechii, I am super proud of you, girl, because they doubted you. And
they did.
What? On top.
She did, and she killed the performance. Very, very amazing.
You had a standing ovation. People were like, "What?" Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she brought it. First of all, the Best New Artist group. I like that the Grammys incorporated all of the Best New Artists to perform a little bit. That was really, really cool because you could see the differences of each artist that were in that category, and all of them, Ray, Shabuzi. Shout out to a DMV native, Shabuzi. We're from the DMV as well. Shout out to you, King. Who else was Best New Artist? Chappell Roan.
Oh, yeah.
She killed her performance.
We said Doechii, right?
We said Doechii.
Oh, and the Benson Boone.
Oh my God, he killed doing a backflip off the piano.
What's that little flip? I'm like, okay.
Because for me, I would have slipped. I would have slipped so easily that I could really do a backflip, let alone that off of a piano.
Brazier out.
Not Brazier.
V cut.
Yeah, he had a deep V cut all the way down to his belly button. But shout out to him. Best New Artist went to Chappell Roan. I think she really does deserve that, especially because Prior to, I didn't know too deep about Chaperone.
Same.
I definitely want to get to know her more and her artistry more. And that's another reason why I like listening to or watching shows like this, because it opens my eyes to different artists that I might not listen to or that I don't know too much about. So to see her story and see how she grew and how this album wasn't something that just dropped. Like, this was years ago she dropped.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have known. But I hear her music when I'm at work, and I'm like, it's cute.
Shout out to Chaperone.
Chapela.
Let's see. Song of the year, Not Like Us. I mean,
Kendrick Lamar.
do we need to say anything further?
I think we should say a little something. How did a diss become a Grammy award-winning song?
Because it was a song that was like,
I know y'all thought that wouldn't have happened, but it did.
It was a groundbreaking song. It was deeper than just being a diss. It became a cultural shifting song. I mean, everybody sang. I mean, you can't go to a party and not hear wow, 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 wow. Exactly. Like, what? Everybody goes crazy. Everybody goes crazy. So that song winning, of course. Record of the year, Not Like Us. I mean,
exactly, back to back. He literally just got off the stage. They should have said, Kendrick, come back.
They should have just made him stay up there. They should have just made him stay up there. Album of the year.
You already know.
Album of the year. As I have been a Beehive member since 2006, 7, it was around the B-Day era is when I became a Beehive member. Not because I didn't like Beyonce beforehand or because I didn't listen to Destiny's Child. I knew all about that. Right. We just didn't grow up on it because of our household. You know, we're Congolese Christian, so we listen to a lot of Congolese music, a lot of different African music, a lot of American Christian music. So we had to do some exploring ourselves on our free time.
Exactly.
So when I did and I discovered Beyonce, I said, oh, this is a powerhouse. Beyonce is somebody. She's a force to be reckoned with.
She's an artist.
She's an
musician,
artist. Right.
Talented.
The list goes on. No, we don't need to because they know what's up. And so listening to Beyonce since then and being a Beehive member, and everybody that knows me knows I'm a Beehive member, I truly was waiting for the moment that Beyonce would win Album of the Year. And she finally won with Cowboy Carter.
And what do we do?
So what do we do?
Yeah, we turned around. We closed our eyes.
We closed our eyes. Like, they were like, and the Grammy goes to eyes closed, terrified because we were expecting a whole other name. Cowboy Carter, Beyonce. I mean, no words couldn't have prepared us for that. So shout out to Beyonce. You won. She kept swimming.
Well deserved. And not only did she keep swimming, at that point, she jumped out the water, clapped her fin, and jumped right back in that water.
Yep.
Just to go to work. Tour.
She got to go on tour. And that's the other thing we're going to talk about. But before we get to the tour, Beyonce, I'm very proud of you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you not giving up. And other people that doubted you ever winning or anything like that. Shout out to you because it's very inspirational. It's deeper than, oh, Beyonce won. The accolades that people get for different stuff is great, of course, because sometimes we like to see the fruits of our labor being appreciated. But it goes to show that sometimes you don't need the accolades because stuff like Lemonade, cultural shifting album, Beyonce self-titled, to the point where people now are dropping their albums on Fridays rather than Tuesdays like it used to be. Renaissance being the big album it was. It's like all these things, yes, she should have won and didn't. And Cowboy Carter is the one that she won Album of the Year for. It still goes to show that it didn't change the fact that Lemonade is still a cultural shifting album or anything like that. So it's like, shout out to you finally winning this award. But it goes to show that you have still continued to put out great albums and never stopping yourself from being great. So shout out to you. Shout out to the whole thing. Beyonce finally won. Now let's get to this tour. Guys, it's time to go to war. By the time we drop this, which is going to be on tomorrow,
period.
Which we're filming this on a Tuesday. So, yeah, this is dropping tomorrow. Very excited, very nervous about these tickets. I don't know if you guys all know this, but we're in the DMV. And we're trying to go to the concert. Now, getting Beyonce tickets isn't as easy as saying, oh, I want to buy a concert ticket, let me go. You have to prepare for war. You got to put your kneecaps on, your elbow, not your kneecaps,
elbow grease.
Not elbow grease. You got to get your elbow pads, your knee pads, your helmet, the little thing that you put on under your eyes, black thing under your eyes. You got to really prepare for war when it comes to getting Beyonce tickets. So, with all that being said, I'm ready for war. I thank goodness I'm subscribed to Beyonce.com, so I already have my I already got my email that says, oh, you're gonna get your link coming soon the day before. So I'm gonna be a part of the Beehive pre-sale. So by the next podcast, fingers crossed, I would have already received my tickets, which I know I will. Now my question is, how many of the concerts, shows do I want to go to? I feel like I'm gonna go to two again. Renaissance, I went to two. My first Beyonce concert was Formation, that I paid for myself. The next one was On the Run tour with Beyonce and Jay-Z. On the Run tour 2. And then my third time was Renaissance, and I saw her twice, so I've seen her 4 times. This will be the fifth, maybe fifth and sixth. We'll see. But yeah, Beyonce's a showstopper. Like, that's somebody who I appreciate the way that they perform. I love people that really take performing to the next level. That's Beyonce. That is Bruno Mars. That's who else? My brother wants to say Bobby Brown. Uh, who else?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina
Carpenter. To you because you ate that so bad.
Sabrina, you performed so well. That performance was so good. All of the performances were great.
Charlie XCX.
Charlie XC. Oh, and then Charlie XCX won as well. She won. What did she win? Best electronic techno album, something like that. She won that. Well deserved. Brat was a pretty good.
It was a Brat Summer 2024.
It was a Brat Summer. So shout out to
being a girl. Like, tell him.
So Charlie XCX killed it. She did great.
Also, I gotta give it to Ray. I love when she sings with no shoes on. One thing she's gonna do is hold that note.
She held that
cord around her neck. Don't stop her from singing. And the orchestra, stop.
Yeah, Ray killed it. Ray killed it. Shabuzi killed it. Chaperone killed it. Dochi killed it.
Me too.
Yes,
Teddy. I met Teddy.
I'm about to say Tom.
Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims killed it. Vocals on 10. Everybody that performed at the Grammys were meant to perform at the Grammys.
Literally.
Everybody was good. Like, the talent was there, and it made me excited to see what's to come with the future award shows, because award shows are back.
Grammy set the standard 2025 for these next award shows. Y'all need to bring people that want to perform back. Y'all need to bring real artists back, because all that mockery and stuff that was happening in the past, this need to be over 2025.
I'm excited.
People were performing at the Grammys.
People were performing out there. They said rent was due last week. You're going to get evicted.
It was the first of the month.
Everything was getting kicked out of that. They were throwing everything out the house. They said, if you don't give us money after this performance, you will not have a home.
Cut.
So, and they showed it. So they all killed their performances. I also rate the Grammys a 10 out of 10. I was really entertained. I mean, we watched since 8. It didn't stop till like 11 something, and I wasn't like, it's still going. I didn't feel like that. I felt like
I was kind of sad. I'm like, who wants to perform it? I'm ready. Like,
yeah. And then it was so star-studded. I was telling Joyce, I'm like, oh yeah, Alicia Keys won. She got an
Janelle Monáe
honorary award.
For
she did. Shout out to Stevie Wonder performed.
My uncle.
That was mind you, she met Stevie on her birthday.
January 1st, 2000.
She met Stevie Wonder on her birthday. And then Stevie Wonder's on stage at the Grammys.
My uncle.
So shout out to Stevie. Shout out to I love We Are the World. He sang We Are the World. I wish I was there to hear that in person.
Alphaba.
Cynthia Erivo. Oh my God, Cynthia Erivo.
Amazing job with that tribute to Quincy Jones.
Oh, Quincy. And Quincy, people underestimate the fact that how pivotal. I don't think people underestimate. I think people know. But Quincy Jones, may he rest in peace, truly is behind.
Icon. And you just can't say only artist. He's way more.
Way more than an artist. Like, I mean, way more than a producer, more than a writer, way more than all of that. Like, I mean, he is behind so many iconic moments and songs and things that have changed the world. It's hard to verbalize it. So shout out to Quincy Jones. Shout out to the whole Grammys. The Grammys were really good. I truly enjoyed the Grammys. And shout out to my sister for coming on, my first guest. Woo!
Thank you.
Yes, and my sister also is really into music and stuff like that. So that's why, I mean, who else better to talk to about the Grammys and recapping the Grammys than her?
Lit. Literally lit.
Not lit, literally. But yeah, shout out to you. We'll have more conversations with Joyce.